earths are actually critical minerals, to be honest with you, probably the most critical of the so-called critical minerals. But critical minerals, the US government launched an updated list just 2 weeks ago. You know, things like lithium and cobalt and tin is critical, copper is critical, because these are all metals that are part of the green energy transition and part of this big growth in AI. Data centers require massive power. We've heard that earlier. That means you need more copper. You know, EVs, plug-in hybrids require a lot of cobalt, lithium in the battery makeup, and it's changing all the time. Those are deemed critical, as we know. You've also got aluminium now becoming more critical again in terms of, once again, being driven by AI. So, I mean, you know, there's so many commodities these days that are deemed critical. Manganese, high-grade manganese, also required for batteries, battery storage, that's been deemed critical as well. So there's so many critical minerals today, and, you know, South Africa has a lot of those critical minerals, and we have some rare earth assets as well. But rare earths, when I say probably the most critical, is because people don't realize that all modern tech requires rare earths in some form or another. If you take a simple thing like fiber optic cable that the whole world relies on for communication now, you can't make fiber optic cable without erbium, which is a rare earth people don't even talk about. Everyone was focused recently and still focused on neodymium and praseodymium, two rare earths that go into permanent magnets, as well as two other elements called dysprosium and terbium, known as heavy rare earths. You can't make permanent magnets without these rare earth elements. Permanent magnets go into your cell phone, vibrates with a permanent magnet. Your earphones have permanent magnets. Your plug-in hybrids and your electric motor vehicles have permanent magnets. But people don't realize that when China put export bans in April, when they're having the tariff war with the US, and they banned export of permanent magnets, even GM and Ford and Mercedes and BMWs, what we call ICE vehicle motor lines, in other words, internal combustion engine vehicle lines, they shut down because even those executives didn't realize that a normal ICE vehicle's got 1 kilogram of permanent magnets in it. So it's across all aspects. Your drones, your handheld consumer electronics, your air conditioners now have permanent magnet motors. And then very, very critical for defense. As the whole world is now, the geopolitics are, as we know, not in very good shape at the moment. You've got massive conflict between political pressure or tension between China, Russia, and America and the West. And now all the defense budgets in the EU have been expanded, and we're going to see massive spending in defense. And to give an example, an F-35 fighter jet, it's got 420 kilograms of